Hey everybody, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. OddsWorthBetting.com featured pick of the day available right below this video. With all that's going on, I'm a real fired up guy because on Friday we get the first PGA Tour event of the 2015 season going. It's one of my favorite. We'll get primetime golf. I used to love it back east. They could go till midnight. But here in Vegas, we'll be watching the Hyundai Tournament of Champions over at Kapalua. I think there's some really good opportunities and some price plays out there. Just throw this out there at you. I got about 4 guys I'm playing in futures. I think JB Holmes is a guy I'm taking a peek at 40-1. This guy can hit at a country mile, and this is a course that's set up for the long ball hitters. Although last year Zach Johnson won the event, but I'm looking at a guy like Hayes. Every's played good over in Hawaii in the past. Summer Hayes is a sneaky good player at a pretty good price. And Patrick Reed, I think, is going to have a big 2015. So can't wait, fired up. Wagering opportunities will exist with matchups for you all weekend long over at Kapalua. Does reward the long hitters. So that's the unique game that's out there. We've got horse racing, and I'm a big hockey nut as well. So I'm always off the beaten track. But we're focused for the playoffs coming up this weekend, divisional round of the playoffs. I think player props are very interesting. I'll just throw one out there at you. Wherever you may find it, I would look for Andrew Luck to have a very big day passing the football. That doesn't mean I like the Colts. If think about it, fantasy football, some of the guys that are the most valuable guys are to you from a quarterback perspective are guys that are on bad teams because they're always behind and they have to throw a lot. I think they have to go with Luck because Herron's just not going to be able to have much success against the Broncos. But even if Denver gets a big lead in this game and then they back off a little bit, Luck's going to get a ton of garbage yards. So passing yards, I would say Andrew Luck's the play of the weekend from a prop perspective. In the NBA on Friday, we got 11 games. Wow, what a schedule. Memphis at New Orleans. Very interesting. See how Davis fares against that really good defense. Utah's at Oklahoma City. Thunder glad to be back home. Chicago's at Washington. Phoenix at San Antonio. How about Detroit knocking off San Antonio earlier in the week? Cleveland at Golden State. Oh, best of luck to the Cavs going out there the way the Warriors are playing. 11 big games in the NBA. Now, it's a very light night in the NCAA. The Metro Atlantic kind of takes center stage. Quinnipiac struggling this year, had a great year last year. They're at Monmouth. Akron is at Toledo. There's a MAC game for you. Yale versus NJIT, who pulled off the upset of Michigan earlier this year in a regional game. Green Bay is at Milwaukee. And we've got 5 games on ice for you in the National Hockey League. The Islanders back on the East Coast. They're playing Jersey. Buffalo is down at Tampa Bay. The Sabres are in full tank mode on the race to the first pick of the NHL draft. Columbus in Toronto. The Leafs fire their head coach Carlisle early in the week. We'll see if they get a little bounce in their step here in the short term. Florida at Calgary. And then Chicago will be at Edmonton in one of those scheduling deals for Chicago. We'll play a Thursday night game in Minnesota. Then you got to fly and play Edmonton the next night. Edmonton earlier in the week suffered a heartbreaking loss when Detroit scored a power play goal in the closing minute of the game. But the Oilers, as bad as they are, have actually been playing better in their own end and playing a little bit harder. Lots of opportunities on a Friday. Build your bankroll heading into the divisional round of the NFL playoffs this weekend. And we invite you to get the featured pick of the day from our good friends at oddsworthbetting.com. It's available to you right below this video. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Back with you again tomorrow.